Hello, how's it going? Hello, everyone. Hello, Magic. You're officially first. Everyone else can suck it. Thank you for 18 sacrifices. Kiwi, thank you for 52 sacrifices and for 6 months of modding. And 10, thank you for the 3 sacrifices. What are we sacrificing today? What's on the sacrificial board? What is everyone sacrificing to me today? Yeah, hello. I hope everyone's having a good start to their week. It is Monday, and we are here playing some of. Well, we're starting a new little series, a little collab between myself and 7 wonderful other creators that are here. Um, this is going to be a weird collab in the sense of it is not going to happen. Everyone's going to be here. We're in fact collabing across 9 days. So today you will have me. Tomorrow you will have Gonzalo Melons. On oh god, I'm not going to do the days of the week. On the 10th of June. Sorry, I'll go this way. This will make more sense. On the 10th of June, you will have Magi Reaper. On the 11th, you will have Admiral Blue. On the 12th, you will have Kiwi Drawing. On the 13th, you will have Ace of Hearts. On the 14th, you will have Bacon Pierogi. On the 15th, you will have 10 out of 10, 100. And finally, you'll bring it back round to me for the Champion and Elite Four. So as a brief explanation to everyone. Thank you very much for the raid, Tan. Oh my goodness. How are we doing? Welcome in for the raid. Have you just finished your 24-hour one? Oh shit. Look out, yeah. Oh, I love that. That is such a cute message. How are we doing? Look. The rainbow rat cat doves are parading. Oh, I love that. How are we doing? Oh, Maggie and 10, I need to set you up on that. Hello, Megalyn. I need to set you guys up on that as well. Yeah, how are we doing? I'm unable. Okay. Yeah, we are doing a Pokemon run where we're collaborating over 9 days. I saw the reaction message. The audio is going to come through any second. Or not? Okay. Why did that not come through? I think Belzy's just been scammed. It didn't play anything. I didn't get jump scared. Okay, now I'm actually scared because I'm waiting for the jump scare to happen and it's not happened. Why did that not happen? Stream scuff? Now I'm genuinely scared that it's going to go off randomly now. Fucking cunt! Oh, it went off. It went off. I had like a good 2-minute delay. Oh, I wasn't ready. Pardon my French. Yeah. No, that got me. I let my guard down. I thought it broke. I wasn't ready. I catch it. Like I'm reading chat and I see the alert. I'm like, oh, that's about to happen, and it just didn't. I don't know what kind of sick magic Belzy's just pulled to make me fucking shit myself. God damn. Oh my god. Oh. Well, thank you for the jump scare. And it was the scream rather than the metal pipe, so it definitely got me. Yeah, we're playing Pokemon. We're doing a collab over 9 days, where each one of us is going to tackle a gym. So today I'm going to be starting the save, and I'm going to be doing everything up into Brock, beating Brock, and then we'll have a minute where we can go back to the Pokemon Center. We can make any changes. We can be evil or nice. For the next person, Gonzalo. Oh, that might be why. That's even worse. Who will then continue the save through to Misty and do Misty's gym. And that will pass through all 8 of us creators until it gets back around to me. Yeah, it did get me. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. And without further ado, I think we're going to just jump into the game because there's a few things I want to do. I don't know if I can figure out how to do it. Ow! What ball was it? I didn't see the ball. What ball did you throw? Oh, I actually love this one. This is one of my favorite Pokemon routes. We're going to jump in and we're going to start playing the game. So, this is also, I need to clarify, this is my legit copy of Pokemon Leaf Green. This is one I've had 4 years now. So that is what we're playing, and I'm going to pass that save file around to them. So once we beat this, whatever Pokemon team is on it by the end, I'm going to transfer up into the latest Pokemon game that they're all available in. So if there are anyone's particularly particularly attached to by the end of the game, I can actually hand those Pokemon back out, unless someone's evil and releases them more. So yeah, let's jump in. I've got to try and make a short section last quite a while, so we're going to jump in. And let me turn off music, because we got to play the lovely intro. Oh, let me reset it. There we go. So here we go. I'm sorry what I'm going to do to you. That's so... I have a feeling you're going to release everything. That's so evil. Alright, Pokemon Leaf Green. So, fun fact, I didn't actually start with Pokemon Leaf Green. My original Pokemon game was Pokemon Gold. But I was too young and dumb to play it. My first proper copy I remember playing was Pokemon Fire Red. Which... Why is it not playing for you guys? Everything is broken. 1 minute. Ah, that's why. There we go. Okay. 1 minute. My controller's not working. I plugged in a controller for this to make it work a bit better. Wait, what? Why have I got 2 controllers? I've only got 1. There we go. I'm going to watch and see what state you choose, then I'm going to lurk. Okay, yeah, no, that's valid. That's valid. No spoilers. We've done so many Pokemon adventures. I'm sicky, but yeah, no, Blue, if you need a rest, you do your rotting on the sofa. Thank you for the sacrifice. 45 sacrifices, thank you very much. In the world in which you are about to enter, you will embark on a grand adventure with you and many others as the heroes. Speak to people and check things wherever you go, be it towns, roads, or caves. Gather information and hints from every source. New paths will open to you by helping people in need, overcoming challenges, and solving mysteries. At times, you will be challenged by others and attacked by wild creatures. Be brave and keep pushing on. Through your adventure, we hope that you will interact with all sorts of people and achieve personal growth. That is our biggest objective. Press A button and let your adventure begin. Hello there, glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets, others use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But firstly, tell me a little bit about yourself. Now tell me, are you a boy or are you a girl? Since I'm starting, I'm obviously picking a grill, a George Foreman grill. Individual grain of sand looking for hidden treasure. Oh no, I know where all the hidden items are in this game. Don't even try me. Let's begin with your name. What is it? I don't want to name myself Joanna for this, because I feel like that would be disingenuous, seeing as that there are multiple of us playing. However, I think, unfortunately, it is too short to fit all of the creators in this. Or even initials. So I think for simplicity, and I'm going to do it in all caps as well, we're going to call ourselves Save, since we are passing Save around. And I think that is a fine nickname for us. So your name is Save. One short. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were both babies. What was his name now? Normally I do go Blue. However, what can we name the rival? I feel like I've got to name it something that's going to pop up for everyone. Asslick. OBS is my biggest rival. It's going to be Asslick. so everyone could enjoy a bit of ass licking. Was it Asslick? It was indeed Asslick. I remember now. His name is Asslick. Save. Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Rip. Yep. Save played with the NES. Okay, time to go. It's crammed full of Pokemon books. Of course, we've got to pick up the PC and get the obligatory potion. Bam, 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 bam. There's a movie on TV. A girl with her hair in pigtails is walking up a brick road. I better go too. Right. All girls dream of travelling, it said so on TV. Oh yes, Professor Oak next door was looking for you. Alright. We know all this stuff. Hey wait, don't go out. Bum 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 bum. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. We're exposed to Wizard of Oz from a young age. I do like that it's a small detail that girls get Wizard of Oz and I can't think of what the films, but the railroad track film is for the boys. I think it's always a nice little detail. Asslick. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Asslick. Let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, save. There are 3 Pokemon here. These Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. Thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for one sacrifice. What are we sacrificing today? Let me know about your sacrifices. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. Nani? But now, in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can choose one. Go on, choose. Hey, Gramps, no fair. What about me? Be patient, Asslick. You can have one too. So, we have Charmander, who, I'm going to be honest, I fucking hate. I do not like Charmander. We have Squirtle. You guys know me. It's going to be Bulbasaur. However, also, we're going to turn that to fast. We're going to put a nice green frame on. Challenge your 5-hour? I'm sorry. There's too much... Thank you very much for the follow. Toki Shepherd, how are you doing? What are you in? Okay, so I did just save, didn't I? I'm going to save again. I never trust the first save. You got to do a second save, just to make sure. I'm going to do something here. I gotta buy a lot of time. So what I'm going to do... I'm not going to nickname this Bulbasaur. I'll let someone else nickname it. I received the Bulbasaur. Wanton? Ah, fuck. Someone note that down, because there's something I want to do. And it'll become clear in a second why I can't nickname it. I'm going to try and shiny hunt this motherfucker in the time I have. I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to give it a few goes. And we're going to see if it works. I may be shiny hunting a Bulbasaur. I've got a lot of time. I don't know what the keybind is to... Oh, I can. I'm going to turn the music off. I can speed this up. So, let's just try this. Someone is going to release it? Oh, Lord. Well, thank God we're going to have multiple saves. So if someone does, I'm going to have a backup of it. Is that fear or threat? Just know if I find out who releases it. I feel like I need a counter, but we're going to go in balls deep. and just not count. We're just going to do it on sheer vibes alone. We're going to live till baked veggie wonton. I think Blue will be able to nickname it if it gets that far. I think Blue gets the name rater. But level 2 Pidgey, if you want to do that, you do that. Your actions will be judged. And I'll remember this. I'll remember it deeply. How many do you think it's going to take? I've never found a shiny in Fire Red Leaf Green. I found 3 in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. But this is the 12. I'm holding you to that. It better take 12. Now I've got to think of like interesting topics as well. You know? I'm not really a topic person. Ooh. We're not going to name it. What was everyone's first Pokemon? Pretty bad odds. Yeah, it's because it's 1 in 8,900 and something. As I said, like I knew, but I don't. My first original starter was Cyndaquil. Oh, fuck, I keep doing it. 8,000, yeah, 192. Wouldn't it be funny if I, like, reset over it? It seems like something I would do. Take this one. I've got a controller sideways as well, currently. A lot of Bulbasaurs we're leaving on the side of the road. Oh, it's a female Bulbasaur. What is our trainer ID? 45379. It's nothing too interesting. Yeah, what was everyone's first start? Because mine was Cyndaquil. I remember when I first played Pokemon Gold. I didn't really get through it because I was really young. And it was like an old copy I'd got secondhand. And I vividly remember my team. The first Pokemon I caught was a Caterpie. I remember the first Pokemon. Yeah, it was Caterpie was one of my favorite. Butterfree's one of my favorite Pokemon because it was one of the first Pokemon I ever caught. And then Hoot was who I had, and then I got stuck at Bugsy. I think I even had an Octal because of how much I was like just running around grinding, and I just couldn't get through him because I was just a fucking child who was a dumbass. That was your first starter, valid. I can understand people picking Charmander as their first starter because there's nothing wrong with Bulbasaur though. Bulbasaur's the best. I've always been a grass starter. I love grass starters. Like, admittedly, okay, I've not always been a grass starter, but I did originally pick Charmander for this. When I first played. I didn't ever finish it. But it wasn't until like fucking hell, I'm getting confused. It wasn't until like I properly played through one of these games was when I picked Bulbasaur. I think Pokemon Diamond and Pearl was like the first time I like properly had like a decent team, and actually like had a level of understanding. But yeah, every time I always pick Grass starter because I love Grass starter Pokemon, and I find that more than often, aside the Grass starter, there's not really many Grass type Pokemon I like, and the ones I do, because I buy both versions, I will just use them in the version I picked the other starter in. Oshawott is good being level 100. Kiwi actually loves Oshawott. Kiwi is a big fan of Oshawott. Don't nickname it. To understand how anything works, no, exactly. Same brain. I remember my first level 100 was a Raichu, because of course. It was in Heart Gold Soul Silver. And I was grinding in Cerulean Cave. I remember that. And I was like, I want this Raichu to be my first level 100. Because again, I was really young and like, I didn't really have like a defined Pokemon favorite taste. Like, I obviously had a Pikachu and then a Raichu on my team because of the anime and stuff. But I think when I like solidified Bulbasaur as my like favorite Pokemon was there was a I've been talking about this a lot recently. Oh hi, well, the fellow bunny. Yeah, fellow bunny. Are you bunny too? Uh, oh god, I'm sorry. Leader leader W G and guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't read. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have no excuse. Oh wow, that's so cool. Moon bunny. We're a goth witch bunny over here in the city. City witch bunny. We're doing a special event at the moment where we're running through Littlewig and Lilypad. Okay, Littlewig. Littlewig? No, it's me. I'm gonna be honest. I've been at work today, so my brain is like fried. There is not a lot that goes on in there. It is the DVD screensaver, and that is it. Um, Little dog. Oh, fucking oh, I see now. I'm so stupid. I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking stupid. No, that so I was reading like Lilda, and now I see it. I see it. How you doing, Magnum? We're doing a special collab event. We're doing a pass the save. So I'm starting the save off, and there are 7 other creators who are going to be getting the save as well. But I thought because my section is quite short, I'm going to try and shiny hunt for a Bulbasaur. And while we are using speed up, this is on my legit copy of Pokemon Leaf Green that I've had for years. What's funny is Leaf Green was actually one of the last Pokemon copies I got in my collection. Because I was meant to buy one as a kid. I had Fire Red, and I remember really wanting Leaf Green. And someone I knew had it, and they were selling it, and I was like, "Oh, I'll buy it." And I remember begging my mum for some money to like buy it off him, and he was selling for like like £10. Um, and I finally got the money to give it to him, and he was like, "Oh no, I sold it." I was like, "Why? Why do you hate me? Why would you do that to me?" Also, there's a chance this start might get released. I'm coping. Yeah. Look, it's played on legit. It's a legit copy. I have the legit hardware for it. I've just plugged it into my. It's legit. I'm not actually joking. I am playing it on the cartridge. It's just plugged into my computer instead. We're not like we're just making the game think faster. That's all it is. The only thing my uncle at Nintendo has done is give me the events that have long since passed that I put into the game. What are you on about? Nope. Guys, I don't know how people make careers out of shiny hunting because I couldn't do it. Scarlet and Violet's enough for me, like half an hour of hunting with a sandwich? A sandwich. I'm going to start a prediction. I don't know how many we're at. How do I start like a... Let me get a counter. I'll get one on my phone. Where's my phone? Chat, I think I've left my phone somewhere. I don't know. It's probably downstairs or some shit, but I can't be asked to go get that. Shit. I don't know if this is going to work, because I have to be tabbed into the game to run. So... 19? I'm going to put it at 19. Random sticky note. You just call me trash. Can I be tabbed out while still... No, I can't. That is a problem. That's the only problem. Who feels like tallying? Oh, fuck. I did it again. It's not a female. It's like 12.5% chance of getting a female starter. That's 20. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do a poll. Oh, okay. I'll put 10 minutes on. I probably shouldn't have put 10 minutes actually, because that's ridiculously long. Let me do that again. Can I? I can't stop it. All right. Well, get your votes in if you think we'll get it before 100. That's 20. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Bulbasaur's my favorite because they did a spin-off of DVDs called Pokemon Chronicles, and there's an episode with Bulbasaur, Journey to the Starting Line, where Bulbasaur helps a new trainer who's very arrogant and cocky find the missing starters before his journey begins, and he ends up falling in love with Bulbasaur because of it, and then picking Bulbasaur as his starter for his journey. And Bulbasaur like 1v's like 20 a bunch of Primate and wins. It's like 22, I think. It's gonna be a very rigged poll. I'm only gonna do this for like an hour, I think, as well. If we don't get it within the hour, then unfortunately I'm just not gonna waste too much more time on it. Which isn't really good odds, but we can get a bunch of encounters out in that time. I feel like, yeah, I feel like we can get one. I feel like statistically, with how much I've played this game, I'm due a shiny starter. Or a shiny just in this save file in general. My game luck is actually normally really fucking good. Like, it's one of those things, like, I'll end up with what I need regardless. Like, in real life, I'll have to do it. It will be, like, the most painful process ever. But, like, in games, I just get it without struggling, really. So, I think, hopefully, that luck will translate to this. Because if we go through this and I don't get it, then it'll be such a letdown. And, I need, like, the TikTok clip farming, We all need it. My first start is give a Chikorita. Oh, no! I should pick Jojo and get the Chikorita. Yeah, it does, but Chikorita works really well. I'm a big Chikorita fan as well. Chikorita is a really good Pokemon. It is the region design that is unfortunately the letdown for it. I think a good example was in ZA. I used it on my team, and it was like the powerhouse. Like, I had Dragonite, an Alpha Dragonite on my team regardless, and Meganium was still the one putting in the work. It's just the region, unfortunately. But even then, you can get it to, like, give it the right movesets, take the time to, like, get all the optional items, and you'll have, like, Meganium will go through every gym. And it'll work. Like, I genuinely think Meganium is such a good Pokemon. And especially if it's Mega now, and its ability, Mega Soul, basically treats it like it's sunny day, regardless of the weather. Turn 1 Solar Beams, max healing, Synthesis, Weather Ball Fire. Insane. Like, Meganium really got the buff it needed. So, yeah, unfortunately Johto is one of those things where it's designed for you to take your time playing it rather than just rushing through. You gotta do your dailies, you gotta do all the optional stuff. You can't just go through and grind all the gyms, which unfortunately a lot of Pokemon players just want to do. Grassars typically do just get the short end of the stick as well, I think. Like, Trico being, having all its moves changed to physical, even though it's more of a special attacker. And its signature move being physical. Torterra, unfortunately, having like being super weak against ice and being really slow, so it's definitely gonna get knocked out. Um, Superior is actually really good. There's like nothing negative I can say about Superior, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't like it because of the type of style you have to use. It's a setup one. Um, who's after Chestnut? Unfortunately, there isn't. I'm not a big fan of Chestnut. The only actually the only grass start I dislike is the Grookey line, and it's because I think Rillaboom is so fucking ass. It looks awful. But in general, I think all the fucking Gen A starters are just terribly designed. No secondary type is immediately a shoot like a shot in the foot, especially when like since Gen 4, no, Gen 5 didn't do it, but like Gen 6 definitively onwards, every starter has been dual type. Um, and I'm pretty sure in an interview they said that the final typings had already been teased in their debut trailers, which was a fucking lie in a sense because they were single type. I was superior, not as the Pokemon I would use, but no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think typically I always like this grass starter regardless anyway. Like I love the design of them, except Grookey. Um, so I want to pick the grass starter anyway. And then afterwards, it's kind of like a head toss of which one I like more. But I mean, before when we used to get three versions, it was a little bit easier because I would just use the third on the third version. But now when it's like we only get two versions in the DLC, I don't actually end up using the third starter. But with some of the recent ones, I've actually not liked the third starter. I really don't like Quack Squavel. I can't get behind it. It's not for me. So I just it was unused. I think it's ugly as fuck. It's not a typing I really care about. Fighting is definitely a weaker type for me. I think it's probably one of my least used types. Um, Out of any Pokemon. Like, and I think even the fighting types I've used, there's a lot of repeats. Like, of course, I've used Lucario a couple times when it's come up. I try to use new Pokemon each time, unless it's a remake of the second version, then I'll use old Pokemon. But my first like playthrough, I'll only use new Pokemon. Um, but yeah, Surfetch, only other fighting type I kind of like. Well, I do like Surfetch, but like I can't really think of any other fighting types I really care about or care about enough to use, especially over other different types. What is everyone's favorite type? I'm I might sound quite basic. I think I'm torn between a lot of types. I really love grass type, of course, but I'm also quite basic and really love dragon type. And then I also like dark type. They're like my big three. And I think it changes a lot. While my like favorite Pokemon are definitive, my favorite type changes. Because obviously I think I like grass type because Bulbasaur, but also other starter Pokemon. I love grass type starter Pokemon. So they're generally up there in my like favorite Pokemon. So I end up liking their type. I think Poison's also a Pokemon type that I don't use a lot of. Like, even though Bulbasaur's poison, I don't really use Bulbasaur for poison. It gets, like, no poison moves, unfortunately, which is really gutting. Like, in this game, it can learn Sludge Ball by TM, but if it had it by, like, level up, it'd be so good. But unfortunately, it doesn't. Um, I'm pretty sure we're at, like, 50 or something. I like the Scrunglies no one likes. Orangutan, my favorite was bug. I am a big bug fan. Unfortunately, since I play older games, bug types are pretty unusable. Yeah, no, that's fair. Um, I mean, Butterfree is my third favorite Pokemon. Butterfree is actually really good though. Butterfree is really slept on. Like the fact that it has compound eyes, sleep, really good. Um, a lot. We did a Cobblemon tournament, um, and someone had been mean to Kiwi and built their team entirely. They knew Kiwi and they built their team entirely to counter Kiwis. So I ended up matching them in the tournament bracket. And my Butterfree went 1-5 because I just slept their Pokemon, Quiver Danced, and then swept them. And it was personal at that point. I was just bad. You weren't bad. They built the team to specifically counter you. Like they put research into beating you just to prove a point, just to lose to me right after, and not even make top cut. My old ghost team will be missed. I kind of I want to do like a seasonal thing maybe like a. They used to do Cobble One Island. I'd like to do a tournament where it's like, oh, you have a month to build a team, and that's when the tournament is. Because I feel like that'd be fun. And rather than like just have shops as well, so rather than about like building a world to live in, it's more about like building a team and like grinding items. I nearly hit soft reset without checking there. Also, what would be crazy in this if someone does randomly stumble upon a shiny? No. Yeah, if I could get, maybe I'll do that at some point. Um, Monotypes of run. I've never actually done a monotype run. That's like one of the few things I haven't done. I think because at the moment, like, I'm replaying through all my Pokemon games because all my Pokemon have my OT as my dead name. So personally, I want to play through them again and use the same teams so I can change that. Um, but I think after that, I wanted to start doing some runs. I mean, this is a type of run anyway. Like, I'm already thinking, I'm going to be so honest, if this goes well, I do want to do a Johto version at some point. Like, I feel like, realistically, it'd be, like, maybe 18 creators, because 16 gyms, Elite Four twice, and then Red. I would love to do that. But whether or not I would do that Classic Edition or the remake, I guess remake would be because of the design, it'd look nicer. But that is on my brain. It's already been on my brain, but it'll probably be for a while before I start planning something like that. You know, find the people who I can get a part of it if the same people want to take part, you know. And unfortunately, I don't have a connector for my Heart Gold and Soul Silver to my PC. The company that made this, um, Epilogue, um, phenomenal company. They're all about preserving game history, which is exactly what this is for. It's for uploading your saves and your save states to your computer. Um, they intend to make a DS or like 3DS one, even a 3DS would work with the DS cartridge. Um, but they they haven't done the DS one. They've recently done the NES, but they haven't done the DS one yet because they were going to do it next. Then they done the NES capture. So, and unfortunately, getting like a DS capture card is A, really expensive, and B, it wouldn't work because again, passing the save to people would be difficult. So it would have to be a perfectly legitimate copy of Heart Gold or Soul Silver that's been obtained elsewhere. They're great and fun. You get used Pokemon types you don't really use otherwise. Unfortunately, sometimes it's just possible. Yeah, no, that is fair. I think Sword and Shield's kind of like a good game to do that in though, because it's almost like you can roleplay it a bit as like because of the minor and major league gyms, you can be like, oh, I'm a minor league gym leader. That's what I mean. I would probably it'd be about 18 people in total because there's two Elite Four runs, and then red. But it gets a bit difficult in Kanto because of how quickly you can breeze through it. And how open Johto is as well. Um, so it would take a lot of planning, which is probably why if I do it, it'll be a while before I like get round to doing it. Because obviously Johto's level scale is insane. But the areas are quite difficult. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's unfair to say that like um the red grind, well, yeah, even the red grind, that'd be a lot of the content though, would be prepping to fight red. I mean the red grind, there's always gonna be about a 20 15 level jump. Um and it's still doable. But I think unfortunately the person for red, it'd be just the red fight and the grind up to that. Because the way I would divide it would be again one per gym leader. So if we say Johto, one per gym leader, and then it'd be one person doing the elite, another person doing the elite four, and then you'd have you'd have people doing Kanto, and then you'd have someone do the elite four again, and then like as soon as you've done the elite four, you need to do red. So and there is like content you can add, um, but you know, I feel like I've heard this beatboxing guy a couple of times now. I mean, Smooth McGroove, he's jamming. I'll let him jam. He can continue to jam. Yeah, like I think Johto gets a lot more flack for the level grind than it should because I was saying this earlier that it's meant to be taken slower. You use the Pokewalker, you do your dailies. You're not meant to play it and grind through, like rush through. You can definitely alleviate some of the level spiking. I mean, I recently watched Choco Conroy's video, his series on it, which was a very good series. I really recommend watching it. I'm not an avid watcher of his, but that was like the first one video like series of his I've ever seen. Um, and the way he broke it down was phenomenal. And like I think he was still under leveled red, but he sweeped it. Also, Lantern really fucking dominates the game. And also, yeah, the problem is Kanto as well is so open, so and the order is different. So it's Surge first. That's actually like you. I guess you get to do. You get to explore all of Johto when you start. Then you get to get on the SS Aqua, and then you can go do Surge. So you have a decent amount of stuff you can do. Um, but because the region's a lot more open from the get go, it's a little bit hard when it comes to things like Sabrina. So I think I would have to sit down and do a lot of Kanto research because that was already kind of difficult enough in this. And I think I fortunately managed to divvy it up in a decent way. Whereas in Johto, I think it'd be a lot harder. I have been as well thinking of other ideas because I feel like once I've done Johto, it's like, oh, okay, well, how do you one up that if you wanted to do Ruby and Sapphire? Um, yeah, they drop down. Yeah. So there's less grinding involved. The main thing would be the sabotaging, what people would be doing so other people have to then grind and sort things out. That'd be the only thing like keeping a lot of content in there, because obviously you don't want someone to do a 1 hour stream. Like at least you want them to hit between like 2 and 3 hours of streaming. Which is why I'm shiny hunting, to kill a lot of time, because I'm like, well, this starting area is so quick, I might as well like hunt for a shiny starter, or at least attempt to, because I think that'd be fun. Nope. So it's, I didn't hit the button. That'll be why. But yeah, my main thought is like, oh, how could you one up that for Hoenn? And like, there's some ideas I've got, but I feel like trying to find the right execution for it is definitely hard. Like one idea I've toyed with is obviously you could do a Nuzlocke. I think a Nuzlocke would be a little bit more challenging. It would be a more cooperative pass to save. And then there's the question of, or could we do like a versus? Do we do like 2 teams, one plays Ruby, one plays Sapphire, and the save passes between both teams? So say me and Blue are on opposite teams. I do Roxanne. Blue's on the opposite team, but he's against me. I pass my save to Blue, and while Blue has to defeat the gym leader, what he wants to do is make it as difficult as possible for the next person playing the save. But then how do we judge who's winning? So that's my issue. Pick glass every time, 40 times in a row. Rip Skull. I do like Swell. He definitely deserved the steel type when they added it. The other two already have dual types. Give some to Squell. So yeah, there's a lot of ideas rolling around in my head for like how could I like do multiple of these, include more creators, and whatnot. Like, or do I do it as like a relay race? Do we try and organize this and get it done in a single day, and do a versus that way? How do we get that to work? And then once I've done that, what do I do for Gen 4? Like if I go that far, like I'm definitely overthinking it, but it's like, oh, how much could I do this and keep like more people into it and keep it as something fun and fresh? Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever had a shiny Bulbasaur outside of Let's Go and Scarlet and Violet and Pokemon Go. It's just never been one that I've encountered. I don't do a lot of shiny hunting, to be honest. Bum, bum. We are nearing an hour. Bum, 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 bum. Once we hit the hour, I will give up. And we will sadly not have shiny Bulbasaur. Modest actually wouldn't have been too bad. Did a bunch of Nuzlocks lately, though we're doing different styles. Oh yeah, I think I remember Magi saying that. Whichever team is on defeat so far, the circle round been very good at far. Yeah, maybe. You might be right on that. But yeah, there's a lot of things I need to like workshop, idea wise. Also, I have fully been shiny hunting for an hour. Damn. I kind of just like glossed out and, so maybe I could do this. Soul Links I think are quite fun as well. I would like to do. Me and Gonzo did a randomized Soul Link. It did not go well. We ended up over leveling for the first gym, and we went, fuck it, rather than just reset, let's just run it. We were one level over, and then we lost anyway, because they had so insane Pokemon on, and we had like 2 Pokemon left. And I think one of them died in the fight on one person's save, and it left the other person with like, not the Pokemon they needed to take out the real threat on the other team. Ba-dum. I'm really hoping and praying. No. I know there's like no, it might be an emerald only. Nope. I was double checking the natures to make sure they're changing. And making sure I wasn't like frame perfect or some shit. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum. Go on, believe. This one, like definitively, this one's gonna be shiny. That's fine, because by that I meant like the one we're doing now. This one's gonna be shut. Like this one's gonna be shiny. Just wait and see. This is the run. This is the run. I held my breath. I held my breath for a second. I may have mistaken. It might be a different one. Oh my god, it's shiny. I wish. I know you reset oopsies. Honestly, I would not be surprised if I did some shit like that. I found I have to have a BST range in my randomizer. And I was like, oh yeah, no, that's fair. I think the closest I did I don't think I've ever finished a Nuzlocke. The closest I got, I died to Cynthia, in Platinum. I think that's unfortunately the best I've had. Again, I haven't really Nuzlocked often. Like most of the other Nuzlocks I've done with like Soul Links or other things, I've just kind of abandoned. I've never finished them. I haven't even picked the Pokemon yet. Also, another reason I like picking Bulbasaur is because my rival picks Charmander, and I like beating him with my Venusaur. It's also why I like picking Bulbasaur up in the DLC for Sword and Shield, so I can beat Leon with a Bulbasaur, Venusaur as well. Damn. All right. I'm nicknaming this one, and this is going to be the one. So whether it's shiny or not, this is going to be the one we're doing, unfortunately. Because we've spent an hour and we didn't get anything, unfortunately. I believe Maggie suggested Wonton. Wait. One more. One more. One more. It's always one more. Okay, we'll do one more. Oh, what the fuck? I opened Xbox. One more. One more. This is the one. Alright. You know, 90% of gamblers give up before the jackpot. Keep gambling, guys. See, the thing is, statistically, I'll get it. I know that. It's just when. I believe Maggie did say wonton. I think they mean wonton soup, but I immediately thought of Winston from Overwatch. Wonton. Oh, this guy tapped out. Locks are tough, that's why I usually change them up. Let's also turn the music off because we're going to turn the game. We don't even know if this one's shiny yet, so let's see. Logs are tough, and that's why I usually change them up to be kind to do with kills. Usually it runs, so can be low in the 6 Pokemon in the late game. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Unfortunately, we did not get it. Naive Nature. I don't know what is Naive Nature. It is minus special defense plus speed, which isn't great because Venus is not exactly the fastest Pokemon out there. But it will help, I guess. Alright. Wonton. Unfortunately, you were not shiny. So let's go. Now, here's the thing. Are we going to run into a fucking... If we run into a fucking shiny on the way to, like, getting Pokeballs, I will cry. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. You never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? Pokemon battle is when trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. The trainer that makes the other trainers Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. But rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself. Inflicting damage on the foe is the key to any battle. If they could, that'd be evil. There actually is a few Pokemon that can be shiny in this game. One of them is Espeon. I think Seaking. And something else, which are trainer Pokemon in the Battle Tower. I might actually be able to give you a full list. One is Seeking. I did know that. And I know one is definitely out my shoulder. I just hit that against my desk. Politoed, Espeon, and Meowth. Or Seeking, I can never catch a break. I'm genuinely interested in what they'll do for Seeking. Because eventually all the Gen 1 Pokemon are going to have some kind of regional form or Mega or some kind of gimmick. I don't think regional fakes should count, like the convergent species, because it's not, you know, it's not the same. It's a different Pokemon in my eyes. So, like, Tentacruel and doesn't actually have a form yet. He does heal us up, doesn't he? I always forget. Yeah, nice. So we have Wonton here. So, it's not related to Seeking, but this reminds me of something. Arbok actually, in the first lot of generations, has a different pattern every time. Like, in, like, each game. Which made it look like the first regional variant, because it had a different sprite based on the region. Unfortunately, they did not keep that up, and it would be something I love if they brought back, and you could tell what generation your Arbok was from, or what, like, region they were from, because they had a different face pattern. It's something they have added in Cobblemon, which I am really, like, thankful for, because I think it's such a unique thing. Yeah, it's basically the OG Spinder. Nice. So I think I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice to Gonzo, because Gonzo hasn't played through Gen 1 before. And I'm going to give Gonzo a bunch of options. I think I'm going to try and catch every Pokemon I'm gonna try and get him leveled up, and that'll be my good deed. Oh, okay, I might not level all of them up, but I'm gonna catch it. I'll definitely get Butterfree leveled up because I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use some of my favorites, obviously. But yeah, I think I'll get some of them, get some Pokemon for them, and then they have a few choices of what they can use. Hey, you come from Pallet Town. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? And I feel like if I'm nice, you know, I might get nice back. I might get a decent team for the Elite Four. Alright, we need to go back. I probably shouldn't go through the grass, because if I run into a shiny, I will cry. Real tears. Also, I think it's kind of crazy. Did you see that they made a fucking Among Us TV show? Wild. If it is a shiny on this last tile, I swear to God. Okay. Part of me wanted it to be, because I think it'd make a good clip of me fucking losing my mind. There's that love-hate of the idea. You know, give me a clippable moment, so I can, you know, I can pop off, hopefully. But also don't break my heart like that. I've failed a handful of shinies in my Pokemon career. Some have been my fault. Some have been completely not my fault. There was... My first failed shiny was a shiny Apom in Pokemon Heart Gold. I headbutted a tree and I found one. And I tried to catch it. I also realized I did a poll rather than a prediction earlier. Shit. And I think I used about like 20 Great Balls and it just wouldn't go in. And it was like after it was just as you get headbutt after Bugsy, and it was in the town you fight Bugsy in. I can't actually remember what it's called. It's gone from my head. But it was there, and it was on the side closest to the well, but in the town still. I remember freaking out about it because it was the first ever shiny Pokemon I'd seen in the wild. Excluding shiny Gyarados. And yeah, it wouldn't go in, and I had to kill it. And then a few years later, I never failed a shiny. I hadn't found loads of shinies, but I made sure I was never failing a shiny again. And I like started shiny hunting in Ultra Sun and Moon. And Sun and Moon with like the SOS and all that. That was like the first time I started properly shiny hunting. Actually, no, sorry, I lie. I shiny hunted in X and Y because I did the fishing method. And I got to Legends Arceus, and I found a shiny Combee. And I was streaming this. This was when I was a flesh tuber. And I found a shiny Combee, and I freaked out about it, and it flew away. And this was before I knew that you could save before interacting with a shiny to try and find it. Oh, shit. In fact, I'm going to disable that because I know someone's going to do that and not know how to turn it off. Hey, Rasheen. So I failed that the shiny Combee. The area I failed that shiny Combee in Legends Arceus was in the Cobalt Coastlands, and the zone was called Apom Hills, and I will never forget that because it was a harrowing experience. It was like, it was taunting me. It had come back to taunt me. The Combee incident. After I knew that we could save, I didn't fail one after that. Until, in Scarlet and Violet, I was shiny hunting. I was doing the outbreaks. And I found a shiny Dondozo. And I say I saw a shiny Dondozo. I saw it for a frame. The outbreak had just loaded in for me. And because Dondozo is a massive Pokemon, it spawned in and it took an inch of a move and despawned because it was out of my range. And it was so obvious that it was a shiny because it's such a big Pokemon and it goes from blue to yellow and white. And I just stood there and I just turned off the game. I like that. No, that's like that. There was nothing, absolutely nothing I could have done. I like, I couldn't. I literally just arrived. It despawned the second I saw it, so I couldn't do anything, and that pissed me off. And I think I failed another shiny after that. I keep clicking the tab out because I don't want my mouse on the screen. But I don't think it was something memorable. I think it was like a duplicate shiny or something. Something not really worth caring about. I think that might have been in ZA. It might have been a Fletchling. I think a Fletchling flew away, but I had like 6, maybe 7, shiny Fletchlings. And I was like, I don't care. I'm literally not gonna cry about that. There are so many. So I've only failed 4 overall, which is not too bad. And one of those was like not really a fail because I wasn't like gonna like weep if I lost it. I was like, oh no shit, another shiny Fletchling. And I've literally, I kid you not, I've gone back to playing through Violet again. I found a shiny Fletchling in there. Like shiny Fletchling is probably the most common shiny I've found. Because I find it in like every game it's available in. Just random. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Because we're gonna do this optional fight. But I also want to find another Pokemon. No, I don't care about Spearow. I'm gonna catch a Mankey. Actually, you know what? No. Yeah, no, I'll catch a Mankey. I like Mankey. I'm not going to grind this Mankey up. I'm just going to catch it. Also, I'm playing on a different emulator. No, not emulator. Software than them. Because mine's plugged in. So I'm using like a display capture. So my controls are slightly different. Whereas their speed up will be a lot easier to use than mine. So I'm going to feel less guilty about grinding. Whereas I have to go hit a button. They can hold it down. I don't have a keybind for mine. Something I can do though is really cool. I could set this to be we could do oh no, that's evil. Evil Bulbasaur. What I was gonna do was I was gonna do VHS. Look at that. Oh, makes your eyes go funky. God, that takes me back. But of all the abandoned Bulbasaurs haunting us. Can I go pick up this item as well? The Potion. Let's also have a look at this Mankey. I don't know why I caught it. I just fancied getting it. I also didn't nickname it. So I was not attached to it at all. Clearly so. Bum, 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 bum. Rip Mankey, Kanto is a tough region for the little guy. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. He does decent. He's quite good against a lot of, like, just wild trainers. A lot of people have normal types or rock types, like... And even the flying types are part normal as well, so he's at least neutral. So he's got that going for him. And here, take this. A Tishi TV. Hey, Ziggy, how we doing? Okay, I want to show this off because I really like the Tishi TV. I want to catch a Pokemon. How you doing, Ziggy? This guy appears in Heart Gold Soul Silver as well. Come on, let me hear you. Hello, trainers. It's me, Poke Dude. Today, the Poke Dude's going to show you how to catch Pokemon. Just imagine a groovy Pokemon suddenly appearing in the wild. Oh, you want it? You can't help it. Oh, you have to catch it. You gotta have it. Let me show you what you can make it happen. Alrighty, here goes. Keep your eyes glued to the Super Poke Dude show. I remember this. I don't think it's this battle. But I remember watching the Teacher TV. And he uses a Poliwag in one of the things. And I think that was the first time I'd seen Poliwag. And it made me really want one. But I didn't know how to get it because I was young and dumb. I'm good. Uni is finally over. Oh, good news. Good news. I'm doing really well. We're doing a massive crossover collab with 7 others over 9 days where we're passing around this Pokemon save and we're seeing if we can beat it. And some people are being mean, some people are being nice. I learned about this bit for the first time. Like, really? It's one of those things that I think is so charming about older games. What is everyone's favourite Pokemon game? Mine, without a doubt, Black and White and Black and White 2. I know that's 2, but I feel like they come as a package deal. Sounds like it's really good. I can actually post the Blue Sky post because all the creators who are a part of this are here. They do as well. It's crazy. You can also nickname Pokemon with longer characters. It's interesting. I always confuse me. Yeah. Overall, I think I want to do. Oh, it's because I tabbed out. I want to do more collabs with people. I think I just realized that I have to organize collabs and I have to start making them happen. I've got to stop being uwu and wait for someone to invite me. I'm just going to have to organize them. I'm going to do it. I also really like the sprite work in the Pokemon games. I think they're really good. Alphasaurus is my fave. So I actually found out the Pokemon game I have actually played the least, like, is in, like, I reset my Pokemon games a lot of times and played through them multiple times. The only Pokemon game I haven't done that to was my Omega Ruby copy, which unfortunately died. A big issue with the 3DS games is that they can die quite easily and just stop working. And because I didn't use my Omega Ruby in so long, mine's completely dead. Like, it just flat out crashed constantly. Because I beat it and I did everything on it. And I transferred everything out. But I never reset it. I never reset and played through it multiple times. I used my Alpha Sapphire more often to replay through. Even though Ruby was my preferred version. Oh, that did get me a little bit. By the way, if you didn't know, there's a potion in here. An antidote, sorry, not a potion. Also, it looks like a swole guy. This bit, these are his eyes. Like, angry eyes. This is his head. This is him flexing. Like, right here. And there you go. You can't unsee it now. Angry guy. Angry, muscular guy. You know, for me as well, it's got the nostalgia. Yeah, I think I love Unova. It's so good. Mine has ever died. Yeah, it's really my Alpha Sapphire was fine. It was just my Omega Ruby, and I had to replace it. And it was so old, in fact, that so my original username before, like my last username before this has my dead name in it, but the one before that used to be Spiley, which is a little more neutral. It had that username on it because it was that old. Like it was on release day. I had that one. In fact, after it's around well, I remember getting Pokemon Black 2, or Pokemon White 2 even. I remember getting that one. I don't got any Caterpie nicknames. I remember getting, yeah, Pokemon White 2, I remember getting delivered. And I remember that one vividly because I couldn't find the keys to my house to answer the door, so I had to take it through the window. And I was, like, very awkward, you know, young teen, being like, can I have my Pokemon game, please? And then, X and Y, I don't remember picking up Y. I remember playing it the first night. Because that was like one of the few Pokemon games when I started to go, this is uncool. So I didn't get it on release, but I got it for Christmas. Which is probably why I don't remember, because I remember opening it. I don't remember picking it up, that's why. After that, I went and got them all myself. I started buying them myself. I would get money and I'd go buy them. Like, or as it was pocket money, and then I went and bought it. Because Pokemon games typically come out after my birthday. I'm going to name this Kolos. Sure, we'll do Kolos. Pokemon games typically come out after my birthday. So as a kid, I used to just save money for that. So I started going and... because like I used to ask for them for Christmas, but I wouldn't get them on release. So I started asking for money on my birthday to go buy them. And I remember picking up Oras. And then it was Sun and Moon, which was when I was in college. And I remember this because it was when I'd made new friends and I'd made... That was really easy. I also thought I was going to be shiny because it was really dark. We can tackle you once, I think. Oh, we can tackle you twice. So I remember going down and picking Pokemon Sun. No, I picked Pokemon Moon. I picked Pokemon Moon because the day-night cycle, I was like, well, I always play my games at night. You know, I'm... normally in the day, I'm at college and whatnot, so I will play my Pokemon Moon at night, which will then be day in the game. That was my, like, my reasoning. Yeah, I remember picking up that one. I remember then going picking up Ultra Moon, because that came out while I was still in college. I actually remember beating Pokemon Moon on the college bus home, because my bus was like an hour and 20. And I remember I'd gotten like towards the end of the game, like on my lunch break, and I was like, I'm going to finish this on the way home. And yeah. Any names for Pikachu? And then Sword and Shield came out. I had a job. Well, Let's Go came out. I had a job. And yeah, so I bought, ever since then, I was working a job, and I went and bought them. But in fact, Pokemon Sword and Shield was the first time I bought both copies on release. Before, I used to buy one, or as when I was younger, I got gifted it, and then I would buy the other one later on, because I didn't have people to trade with. Pikadude? Sure. So I've always just bought the other version for myself. And I remember, yeah, Sword and Shield was the first one I got both, because I got the Steelbook with it. And then ever since then, I bought both copies. So, unfortunately, BDSP, I bought both. And like BDSP was the first Pokemon game I bought when me and Kiwi were together. So I played through Pokemon Sword, and I remember I hadn't properly played through Shield yet, but when I'd gotten with Kiwi by this point, and I was like softly getting her into Pokemon. We'd done a bit of the cards together. I'd been collecting cards because it was like it was getting to lockdown, and even before I started, I lived with my parents. I had, I was paying little to no rent. I had a lot of money from a lot of disposable income because of my full-time job. So I was like fucking buying loads of cards. And I was like, all right, just enjoying the card games. Let's try the games. We did Sword and Shield. And I'd already played through Sword. And I think the DLC was out by this point as well. It was, because I let her play it on my Switch. I think she played it on my Switch. I think she started it on my Switch. And then she got her own Switch and brought it around. And I transferred the data over to it. And then I had to buy her the DLC as well, because she no longer had it because it was on my Switch. Let's try... Oh, that's not what I want to do. That's not who I wanted to put up. I wanted to put up you. Jesus, people playing this up the front. And then, yeah, BDSP. That was the first time we bought one together. She got Brilliant Diamond, and I obviously got both. And then... Have I just found 2 back-to-back Pikachus? Should I just catch this one as well? That'd be funny, and just do a bunch of Pikachus. That would really help Gonzo out if I just get a whole team of Pikachu. That's what I'll do. And he's got to go through Mount Moon with a bunch of Pikachu, actually. That's so valid. I can be mean and helpful. Poor Wonton. Oh, if I put Pikachu up at the front, actually, it might not work in this gen. I know normally in later gens you can increase the chance of electric types. Pika Girl. We're gonna do Pika Lass, because we got Pika Dude, we need Pika Lass. And it sounds like Legolas as well, Pika Lass. Pika Lass! Anyone? Okay, I'm gonna give up on the Carlos endeavor. As much as I love Butterfree. Pick a lass. Any lass you want. Pick a. All are yours. Oh, I didn't even do the optional battle. That's fine. Solid delay. I think I have a decent amount of delay. Just in case. My brain lagged for then. I was gonna like start throwing a ball, but I'm in a fucking trainer battle. Oh, I could be evil and nice. Oh, I might be evil and nice. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. For God's sake. It's devious, but also nice and funny. And, and easily sortable, you know? And I got to sort it before the gym. I can't do this after the gym, even though I can go back to the Pokemon Center. I can't do it before. Sorry, I can't do it after. 67 XP? Damn. Crazy. Guys, is it cringe if I get a 6-7 emote? I'm like, I don't get the meme, but I feel like I'm in deep enough now to, you know, fucking do it. And I feel like I say it enough, like, whether intentionally or accidentally, to the point where I need, like, a fucking image to call me out. 69. I don't think Twitch will allow that one, funny enough. I think that one might be, might not get past the approval. A little bit, but that's the point. That is. It is. So I've been doing voice training, obviously to help with, like, the transition stuff. And, like, while my therapist has said, my therapist? Not my therapist. My voice trainer, my coach, I guess is the best word. I said, oh, you're doing really well and all that. They're like, how are you feeling? They're like, asking on, like, the first session, like, you know, how are you feeling? You know, how are you doing? Is everything, like, okay? And I went, I'm going to be honest, so much shit has happened to me. That's embarrassing. I just don't care anymore. There is not much left in the tank for me to worry about. Valid. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. You've proved me wrong. You've proved me wrong, Minute. Nah, fuck it. You got this, Bobbleson. I believe. Because I'm going to do a cheeky potion. But I don't think I can. I don't think I can do it with my character. You know, I don't think I can get away with having. How do I like? Unless it's, I guess, like, it could just be the numbers, but. Fucking hell, dude's getting. I'm getting critted here. I may need to go back to heal just to get rid of the paralysis because it's really fucking annoying. I think Shiny Hunt in the beginning has also timed this quite well. Ah, brother, come on. Come on, Wonton. Lock in. Lock in. Level 10. Nice. Is that Vine Whip? Yep. Kakuna. I'm actually going to switch to Pikachu to see if you can deal with this. Because it's only got Harden. Pick a lass. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got this. You got this, Queen. I kind of like this back sprite as well. So, I'm so much of a fucking nerd as a kid that I can't draw for shit. Like, fully, I can't. Which is why I love art. Because I can't draw. I have an appreciation for it as a bystander. But one thing I used to do as a kid constantly, there was this magazine that obviously, you know, spoke about, you know, fans of Pokemon and, like, things they did. And, you know, you, as, like, a kid, you could submit your art. And someone drew Pikachu in it. And they'd explained how they'd done it. And I copied the shit out of that to the point where I could do it from memory. And that was the one thing I could draw. I could draw Pikachu in this exact, like, large canvas, like, leap pose. Ow! Why would you throw that at me? You know I'm sensitive. And that was the one thing I drew. Everywhere. Because it was the only thing I could. It was my power. Nowadays, I just get my Breloom laughed at after Kiwi went, oh, let's both draw Breloom and see who does it better. I wonder how that's gonna go. Bastard. For context, my lovely wife is an amazing artist, whereas I am not. I can make good maps, and that is about it. Gotta buy Pokeballs. Bum bum bum, bada bum bum. Okay, I'm interested in putting you up front to see if I can do what I wanted to do. Because I'm hoping it will help. I don't think it does. I think it's only in Gen 5 onwards. Or Gen 4. Yeah, I think it's Gen 4 and onwards. We'll find out here. Nope. But I want to see if I can get at least a team full of them. I say at least. That's quite an ask for a 5% encounter. I'm hoping it works. No, it's definitely not working. Also, I don't really need more levels on Bulbasaur at the moment because he will absolutely annihilate Brock. Bum 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 bum. God, we're getting a lot of encounters, but not of what I want. I don't think it works. No, they don't. It's only an emerald. Literally, it's within the same generation, but onwards. That's so annoying. Well, I can still hope. And it will save Gonzo some grinding. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum. I'm also, like, I guess it is a little bit spoilery if I watch everyone else from beyond this point, because I'm going to be doing the end, but I don't think it matters too much, because Victory Road will be done, and it will literally just be whatever I have to fight the Elite Four and Champion. Oh, yeah, they changed that as well. Yeah, so I had a shiny Zigzagoon that I managed to get in Sapphire right at the beginning, and that main reason it stayed on my team was because I was like, well, it's got pickup and it's shiny. Like, there's no reason not to use this. But I love pickup. Pickup's so good. Like, having... I pick up my members quite spread out throughout a save. So, normally... I fill those slots with pickup Pokemon, or like the HM slave that I need. Metapod. I remember being so fascinated with Metapod and Kakuna when I played through this as a kid. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it was like the first time I'd properly taken it in. I don't know why. Bum ba bum. I kind of like that they're humans. I don't know. I just vibe with them. You know, you can't like describe a Pokemon you like. That's how I feel about Metapod. I think it's because of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I really like its sprite in that as well. A lot of charm to it. Bum, bum, bum. Technically, I could do a pass a save for... it wouldn't quite work the same, I suppose. But I do have the GBA version of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. But it's technically a game I could play through. I've never played the GBA version. I mean, I've ended up with 3 copies of the DS version. Because I had my original one. I bought one for Kiwi so we could play through it together. It didn't come, so I ordered another one. And got refunded for the first one because they never arrived. And then they both arrived at the same time. Which was just odd. Because this was like months apart. Ah. Come on, can you do it? Can she do it? Can Pikalas do it? Yeah. Will die to poison though. I'm not using the thing. Metal Man wanted to play first. I mean, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is a very good game, so I do not blame them. Be another Pikachu. No, that's fine. 2 is fine. I would like if I could have found a load, but it's fine. Oh, I think as they leveled up, they actually saved their life. But they are not going to make it, unfortunately. I could use an antidote. In fact, actually, I should, because what I'm going to do later requires me to do this. Yeah. You guys will see what I'm doing later. Something special for the little goblin. Bear in mind, he's never played this. Before we go on, Mankey and Carlos, they're not really going to be helpful, so I don't think we're going to keep them. I don't think there's any point in keeping them around. So we're going to set them free. I think setting them free is the best they can be. Oh. Bye bye, Mankey. You didn't even have a name. And Carlos, I love Caterpie, but be free, Carlos. You icon. Alright. There's one thing I want to grab. And... thank you for the sacrifice. Hey, Zill, how we doing? Thank you for 10 sacrifices. What are we sacrificing today? Might have been Mankey. Might have been Mankey we just sacrificed. Or Carlos. There is an item around here. I can't actually... there we go. I need to grab that for a specific reason. We're going to do the gym battle and then we're going to set up. So, the rule we have is I can do this gym battle. And then I'm not allowed to go anywhere else. I'm allowed to go back to the Pokemon Center, but I'm also allowed to like just do some setup for the next person. And I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to make sure that Gonzo's not listening or watching when I do that bit. But I'm going to do some setup. Let's go with a fox. You're sacrificing a fox? Is it my wife's old body? I also think they should have changed it for ground to be the first type. The first gym. Because there are a lot more weaker ground types than there are rock types. And then we also have Diglett's Cave right next to here. Huh, what? Level 12. And by the time we beat Brock, we will probably be level 14. Definitely level 13. Potentially level 14. Alright, here we go. And this is kind of the last stuff you're going to see from me playing this game. Just a fox. Just a regular fox. Interesting. Interesting. And we should just one-shot this. Yep. How's the thing going? We're wrapping up my section. We're nearly done. Okay, maybe we're only going to hit level 13. I maybe greatly exaggerated the XP Geodude was going to give Bulbasaur. One shot. Maybe Bulbasaur is an easy character to use in this game. Level 13, though. Oh, nearly level 14. Yeah, the fossils could be cool here, but they don't use them. Bum, 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 bum. Wait, take this with you. TM39. So, we are going to be passing the save on to Gonzo. However, we can go back to the Pokemon Center and we can do a few things. But before we go to the Pokemon Center, there's one thing I want to do that I need to sort. So, Gonzo, if you are here, because I know you're there, I need you to mute and I need you to not be watching this, okay? Okay, Gonzo? I can't be having you getting any spoilers for what I'm prepping for you. I'll give me a few seconds. Okay, for starters, I'm selling all the items. Sell. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 37 antidotes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell those 37 antidotes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 19 antidotes. Actually, no, I don't want those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell those 19 antidotes. I don't actually want them. But now that I think about it, I kind of could do with some antidotes. I'm going to buy 9 antidotes. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then I'm going to sell those. Because actually, I don't really need them. I've got Bulbasaur, you know, he's poison type. I'm not really going to get poisoned. You know, Zubat doesn't have any poison moves to the next area. He's not going to need them. And then I'm going to buy, let's say 5 antidotes. I think I don't need that many though. So I think I'm going to sell those antidotes. But you know what? I could do with 2 antidotes. Yeah, let's get 2 antidotes. But do I really need 2? Oh, let me get something else. I've only got 100. What can I afford with 100? An antidote. Oh, that'd be great. Let me get an antidote. Nice. We'll sell that. Oh, but look at that. I've just made 100. You know what I could buy with 100? I just got one of these. I could get an antidote. I could get another one. Yeah. Oh, I've only got 14 left. Yeah, I should probably save some money. So let me sell this antidote to see if I can make some money. So I've got 64 Pokemoney in my account. So that's about it. Alright, no, we're going to be struggling for a bit. So I think we maybe need to not buy anything so we can save some money up. You know what as well? I really like Bulbasaur. I don't want anyone to know that we have a Bulbasaur because I know a lot of people aren't a fan of Bulbasaur. So I think we're gonna keep Bulbasaur safe, and this is a secret between us. We're gonna go like hide him in box 11. I'm gonna hide him on the bottom left, keep him safe, you know. And then let's go to box 1 again. You know, just and also let's just change this. Let's do Pokemon Center, and let's just let's just leave like a nice message. Think of like a head patch. Let's leave a nice message for Gonzo. Just a nice message. I just, you know, like leave something motivational for him. I just think it's important to leave something positive for your friends. You know, like Gonzo's a really good friend of mine, and I think I need to leave him something that's like meaningful and he'll appreciate. Anyway, we're gonna leave like a nice little, yeah, we're just gonna leave a nice little message here, and yeah. Anyway, so before we save, let's just have a quick refresher of the team we've got for. Oh, we've not got much type diversity, have we? We've got Pika and Pika. He might struggle with Mount Moon. Hopefully he can get some new... Wait, what? Why does it say save twice? Oh! It's because it's my name. Oh my god. I wonder how many people that's gonna get. Because that just got me. Also, it's good I shiny hunted because this area is only an hour long. That's really funny. That caught me. I was like, why the fuck does it say save twice? Because it's me. Our name is Save. So that's where we're gonna wrap up. We've done our part. Hopefully Gonzo can have fun. We can exit out of this now. And you know, help if I click the right things. We can pass the save on to him, and I'm gonna get him to test this, make sure it works before I get him to do everything tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly do a shout out for Gonzo, because he will be live tomorrow playing this. So if you want to keep up with what's going on, go check into Gonzo. And just as a refresher of all the people we have going on and who you need to be in tune with going through, tomorrow it is Gonzalo Melons. The day after, it's Magi Reaper. After that, it's Admiral Blue, then Kiwi, then Acer, then Bacon, then 10 out of 10, and then finally back to me. So, and I'm going to hopefully, I've recorded this, so I'm going to get the others to hopefully send their VODs to me. That's also so funny. Yes, that's so true. I've also recorded this, so hopefully the others send me their footage, and if people miss anything, I want to edit this down into one video. It might take me some time, maybe a couple months, but I'm going to edit it down into one long video, so everyone can see what happens. But again, thank you very much for coming out today and joining me on this adventure. I really, really, really do appreciate it. We are going to go raid into... Oh, would you look at that? Dory has just started their stream. They're doing a super short stream. They were going to go raid into them. Go say hi. We have 2 raid messages. If you're a subscriber, you can do the second one. But if you're not, which is perfectly fine, you can do the top one. Copy it and paste it in Dory's stream once we get over there. And just, we're going to go say hi, wish him all the best. And yeah, make sure you check out Gonzo's stream tomorrow. Until then, I'm going to love you and leave you. Take care, stay hydrated, and bye-bye.